Hey, Omnis, I'm out here enjoying nature, like you do, hanging out at my friend's farm. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually live out in the woods. Now, I'm not at my house right now. I actually live just on the other side of the woods from here, but this is the part of the part of the area that I live in. I live out where, there's farms and stuff. I actually live myself, like, right up against a nature preserve, and I was thinking about how much the Romans would just love this. Like, I don't know if you've read Virgil. I have. I mean, probably you have too, I assume. I assume everyone reads their Virgil. But, he's got a whole book called the Eclogues that are, they're about a number of different things, but largely it's about how great it is living out in the country. Because you see, the Romans, more so than anything, just love farmers and farming. Now, I know right now you're like racking your brains, right? Trying to think of all those super famous Roman farmers that you've heard of in the past. And maybe you're coming up short because you think about like Caesar or Augustus and you're like, well, they were emperors, generals, or you might come up with like a Cicero and you're like, well, he was kind of more of like a lawyer, speaker, politician guy. But thing is all of these guys owned farms. And all of their greatest heroes that they talk about were farmers. I mean, like the most famous Roman ever just about in their time was probably Cincinnatus, who was, in fact, a farmer who, grew grain, kept goats. So, this is peaches, by the way. And, yeah, they just love farmers and farming. Because, who wouldn't love farmers? But then again, though, like, I say that, but, if you actually, like, read most of what Virgil's talking about, he doesn't really talk about the farming so much. He really just kind of talks about hanging out in the woods, which is, don't get me wrong, super fun. So, I mean, maybe he would love the house I live on even more than here. It's not a farm, but, I get to hang out in the woods all day. Still get to see a lot of animals, even if I don't get to see Peaches and Jeannie. But, and then again, maybe they wouldn't like where I live so much because while it is out in nature and everything, I don't own it. And that's what they really, yeah, no, there she goes. That's what they really love about the farm. It's not so much the actual farming. That's why they had slaves. You don't actually do the farming. Doing the farming is owning the farm, right? But like all the like work that gets involved in it is mostly just managing your slaves, right? So, I mean, somebody's got to chase down Jeannie, and why would it be me? I could always just own a person to do that. And then again, in our society we don't do that. We don't own people. But I don't even own the land I live on, so they would probably be really disappointed in me. They might really like my landlord, George, though. But then again, maybe they wouldn't so much like George, because the thing about George is, he's a real nice guy who does a lot of good hard work on his farm, but, he also, just, lets his wife help run the business. Same here, actually, on my friend's farm, husband and wife work together. The women have rights and are citizens, and actually maybe the Romans wouldn't be too impressed with us. That said, it is still kind of a lot of fun to hang out on the farm, so anyway, they might romanticize farm living, but I gotta say, I actually think I like our attitude about farmers better than theirs. Anyway, I'm gonna go play with some duck now, Omnes, so you guys have fun, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.